guys, welcome to Workout with Di. Let's get ready with a Pilates workout. We're going to begin by lying on our backs with our knees bent, feet about hip width apart, and near your butt, arms down by the sides. You're going to pull your belly in, squeeze in the butt, lift up, hold for 2 at the top, and then slowly release down. So making sure that you keep your butt nice and tight just to work through the glutes, pushing through the heels, and having those arms just relaxed down by the sides, keeping the belly in embrace, squeezing through the glutes. Now to make this harder, what you can do is you can put your hands across your chest, and all this does, it just helps you stop pushing down through the arms to lift the glutes up. So all that movement is now coming in through the legs and the glutes. It just isolates the move a little bit more. Making sure to take your time, move slowly through the movement. Okay, so a harder option, if you want it, you can do single leg glute bridge. And all that is you're going to extend one leg, keeping the thighs in line if you can, and doing the same move, just lifting the hips up, holding at the top just for a second or two, and then slowly lowering back down. Making sure you switch legs. Pushing through the heels. And again, you have the option to do this with the arms across the chest if you wanted to. Alright, so moving on to the next exercise. We're going to be on all fours. Hands are underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. I'm just going to round up and down through the back through cat and cow. Finding that neutral spine with the belly in embraced. Extending out the right arm and left leg, and then you're going to bring the elbow and knee to connect and extend. Now the pace is nice and slow. Don't rush through the movement. Keep it controlled and steady. Keeping the abs braced, the belly is in, keeping the back long. Trying to aim for as little movement in the hips and the shoulders as possible. And wobbling is okay, just find your balance, join back in. And then again, switching the arm and leg, so this time the left arm and the right leg. Bringing the elbow and knee to connect and extend. I'm trying to extend through the arm and leg as you reach out, and trying to have that thumb lifted to the ceiling. And if you can, rather than lifting the head up, look down towards the floor, keeping the back of the neck in a nice line. Again, keeping the abs braced nice and tight. Ensuring that you keep breathing during the whole exercise, trying not to hold your breath. So moving on to the next exercise, coming over onto your back, pulling the belly in, bracing it nice and tight, pulling the lower back down to the floor, and extending your legs up, pointing through the toes, straight in through the legs, separating the feet about 18 inches, and then scissoring through the legs, just crisscrossing back and forth, keeping the belly in embraced, keeping the legs as straight as you can, arms resting by the sides. Keeping that belly in nice and tight, and you shouldn't be able to get your hand underneath the lower back. Option to work harder is to bring the arms across the chest. Option to work harder still, you can just bring those legs a little further down towards the floor until they're at about a 45-degree angle. Just crisscrossing through the legs, and the lower the legs are, the harder this exercise is going to be. So at any point you can move the legs up, take it a little easier, and then bring them back down, taking it a little bit harder. Again, ensuring that you breathe throughout the whole exercise, keeping that belly in, keeping the lower back down on the floor. So moving on to our next exercise, we're going to be face down, and we're going to go into a plank. So starting off with the elbows underneath the shoulders, forearms are parallel to each other, fists are in front. You're going to pull the belly in, and then you're going to control the lift, lifting your hips up so your spine is in a nice long line parallel to the floor. Thumbs are up, relaxing through the shoulders, squeezing through the glutes. And when you feel ready, lifting the knees into a full plank. Trying not to lift the butt too high. Bring the butt down so that the butt is level with your shoulders. Squeezing through the glutes, controlling your breathing, keeping the abs engaged, and then we're going to lower alternating knees. Just slight tap on the floor with the knees, keeping the abs in and keeping the hips right where they are. There's no movement in those hips. The butt stays right where it is. You can bring the knees down, coming back to that position if you need to, taking a break and then joining back in whenever you're ready. And then if you want to, rather than do single knees, you can do both knees. So bringing both knees down, lightly tapping, and then coming up. So remembering that both knees coming down is the harder version. If you wanted to, just go straight back to the alternating knees. And then the other option is to just hold the plank, keeping the belly in, keeping the glutes squeezed nice and tight. And in this position, try to make sure that your butt doesn't drop below your shoulder height. If it does, then just come down to your knees and then pop back up into that full plank position. And then we're going to move on to the next exercise where you're going to be on your butt. Knees are bent, feet are on the floor, holding your hands underneath your thighs. Just gently lift your feet off the floor, pulling your shoulders back. Abs are engaged. And then extending slowly one leg at a time, alternating through the legs. Keeping the abs in, keeping this chest back. Keeping that neck nice and in line with the spine. Extending through those legs. And the lower the leg, the harder this is going to be. And the slower you do this movement, the harder it's going to be. And then that option, you can just release the thighs and extend the arms out. That's going to be a little bit harder, so at any point feel free to grab a hold of those thighs again. Try not to use momentum. And then the option to take the foot a little bit higher or lower. Working to your own level.
Okay guys, so that was today's workout. Some ass and some abs. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe in my channel. I put out new workout videos every Wednesday. Bye!